and can be done without the victim's consent.
Okay, so look up this
It
right
says
here.
the offense right
What
here, criminal charges.
what constitutes in the state of New York
Hmm.
revenge porn? Because it's going to give you what you have to have in order to have that. Because if it's not,
Okay, here we go.
go ahead.
It says the intent of it for the key elements of the law. The person disseminating the image must have intended to harm the victim. Expectation of privacy. The victim must have had reasonable expectation of privacy, which I did. When I say do not show these, correct?
I mean,
Unlawful.
there's already an expectation of privacy when you're texting someone, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unlawful dissemination is the image must be shared or published without the consent of the person depicted. Obvious. Potential future charges legislation has been proposed to expand the law to include threats to release intimate
There you
images,
go.
which could also be punishable by jail term and fines if enacted.
The long goodbye begins. A very special.
So that's just for the threat of putting them out, right? They
Yeah.
don't even have to actually, the intent goes with verbalizing, hey, I'm going to put your pictures out, Haley. So
Yes.
they've already done that. And if they've shared it, it doesn't necessarily say in the statute that they have to share it online.
No, it
Publish
doesn't.
is online, but sharing is just between two people privately, right?
Right.
All right, folks. What I didn't know is this little lady, I guess, is recovering from addiction or something. And they're pulling this crap on her, probably because they know she's vulnerable. Whether she made a mistake or not, it's not that big of a mistake if she was interested in these people and they were showing photos between her and this man. So, she's going through addiction, recovering, and they pull this, between her and this guy. Now, whether any of this is true, I have no idea. It could be all for entertainment, folks. I don't know. But it seems kind of weird to me, right? They're taking someone else's heartache and trying to profit off of this somehow. Let's listen to it a little bit more.
So
what surprises me, Vinny, is, believe it or not, a violation of this law is a Class A misdemeanor. It says punishable by up to 1 year in jail and fines.
But imagine, I don't think you have to worry about Andrew trying to, chase down a job with 2 good feet. But imagine trying to go to a future employer and try to explain away, revenge porn or the threat of sharing abusive materials or whatever. I mean, it's a scarlet letter.
Andrew,
you know what I mean? I mean, it just, I don't know.
Here's what I'm running down on it. It says there has to be intention to cause harm, intentionally disseminated or published the image. The victim is identifiable, like Ernie was saying earlier. The image is intimate, and there's lack of consent or expectation of privacy. And also at the end it says no legitimate public purpose for the picture.
Sinister,
And that's for the dissemination of a photo.
Yeah.
But that, also in the realm of it is just the threat to share a photo. They don't even need, I guess, under that law, they wouldn't even actually have to have a photo of you. They could just threaten that they did and they were going to share it. That's against the law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It says the steps that I can take, document everything, take screenshots, save all communications, text, emails, note down any URLs
Well, I
where the
wonder if these
images are
people,
posted. Contact law
if they
enforcement.
knew
Report
she was
the crime to
an
the local police
alcoholic or
or
druggie or whatever her
district attorney's
addiction is.
office. The statute of limitations for criminal charges are 2 years.
Mhm.
Consult an attorney. A lawyer can help you explore both criminal and civil options.
Yeah, that's crazy because you just don't know. You know, did they know she, when she has a couple drinks, she gets wild, and, or, you know, was she intimate with one of these people and they went childish on her and threatened to show her photos and stuff? And that's what I mean. You know, a bunch of teenage stuff, right? You don't like me no more, I'm going to show your photos. You know, that crazy stuff. Or using it to profit. Whether it's true or not, we don't even know if it's true. No. And 9 out of 10 times in these cases, they're fake photos. Right? They say they're real, but they're fake photos that they got off of some porn site or whatever. No. No biggie. But it's all trying to, what are they trying to do? Well, if you grew up in the streets, this is a racket. It's a racket what's going on, right? To sue, to blackmail, to get something out of nothing. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. That's pretty much what we're dealing with today in this world. Is it's too easy to scam somebody. And that's what we're seeing today all over YouTube channels. All over. All right, let's watch a little bit more of this. I feel bad for the little lady.
Seek an order of protection and work on removing the images from the internet. Seek support. Contact cyber abuse crisis hotlines or domestic violence organizations for emotional support and advocacy. I have an attorney who is my cousin, and it's not. This is not okay. Like I've already talked to her about this. It's not because there's threats. Like after you did your live, Vinny, he immediately texted me the next morning, just threatening me again. You know, and I put it all out there. Well, I said, show it.
So let me ask you a question. Where did it? Okay, so you guys was talking. This is where I'm caught up to. You guys was talking. You guys sent photos to each other.
Where
did it go? Okay, so where did it go wrong at? What happened?
I went into Andrew's chat, literally to ask Andrew a question if he knew much at the time that they went on their little Tennessee fiasco, house buying, drug deal, whatever it was. Allegedly, in my opinion.
And is this Summer Wells? Has this got to do with Summer Wells?
Yeah, I wanted to know. Because things were contradicting that he was saying, like that he didn't know Andrew, but yet he knew that Andrew was one of the daddies of the kids, well older than how long Summer's been missing.
So okay, right. Let's stop that right there. So what is she saying?
And then when you ask this.
All right. Did I hear that correctly? That Andrew said or Munch said that he was father with one of the kids. Now, is she talking about with one of the Wells kids that he was the father of one of them kids? Or Andrew was the father of one of them kids before Summer Wells came up missing? That's confusing. Sinister shades of justice. What's the deal with that? Is that what she's saying, that they said they were fathers with the kids before Summer, with one of the kids before Summer went missing? That's mind-boggling. So it must have came 360 back around that Andrew did know the family. somehow, or maybe Munch. This is crazy. That's you on panel? Oh, that's Benny. It must be Benny. Oh, man. He always comes around these channels. He always does. I'm telling you, he does. But this is interesting because now what we got here is much like, you remember the Wizard of Oz guy? Or no, Gandalf. You remember him on Ernie's? He was all drunk. Really shouldn't have been on YouTube talking. I mean, if he was on my panel, I would have said, you got to get off panel because I don't want you to say or do anything that might incriminate you. Oh, Haley. Oh, you're the good looking woman. Ma'am, I'm sorry you got yourself into that. But you remember Gandalf. Remember? All drunk, all messed up, busted head open, and everyone was joking about it. And he was saying stuff. But now, could you use any of that to incriminate him in court? I don't know. He was drunker than a skunk. He had a busted head. You know, he was on Ernie's panel. They were all making fun of him. They were all, you know, they knew he was way too drunk to be answering questions. And I hope they didn't do that to other people. Right? They might have, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Munch is vile. Munch, Andrew. I don't know any of them. Miss Haley. And once again, ma'am, if that's you on panel and you know, you're suffering from addiction or whatever, one day at a time. I've been there. Believe me, I've been there. And do not feel bad for what you did. And especially, did this happen after you asked the questions about Summer Wells? Did you already show him the photos before you asked the question about Summer Wells? I'm just trying to get a couple things straight, little lady, that's all. Because it's all YouTube public stuff now out. And that's what these people don't realize. They put it out and they're like, we're going to sue you. You can't. It's public domain. You put it out. No one else did. It's crazy, but that's the law. I mean, it's just crazy. It's really crazy. But, you know, that's what it is. They take advantage of these people, these ladies. They're all children. You know, if things go bad, they go bad. You delete the photos and it's over with. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's just so many women. You know, Ernie's, I'm not going to lie. Ernie's made money off of his channel and these women. I don't know what it is. They take to him like a vampire. They take to him like a vampire. They just open. I'm sorry. But the women I've dated never have opened up their checkbook and just gave me money. I've never met a woman that just opens their checkbook. Well, they set you up, little lady. Well, you know what? If they were smart, dump the photos and leave this little lady alone. And little lady, Miss Haley, be safe on who you are adult with. And there's nothing wrong. Don't let these people make you feel ashamed. That's what I don't understand. They're grown adults. Grown adults. Don't let these people make you feel ashamed because you got a body and you're good looking and you're not afraid to show it. But some of these, well, kids that act like adults can't handle it. And when you're done with them and you don't want to be with them anymore, they should be lucky they got to see such a beautiful lady and share that moment instead of acting like idiots and children. And that's, I knew Trump would be coming in here once I started talking about I knew that. Women in photos. It's just a matter of time. Trump says Ernie was on the island. Yeah, Ernie probably was on the island. I wouldn't doubt it. Who knows? Who cares? It's all for entertainment and everything, right? You don't know if it's true or not. You know? But I'm on your side, little lady. Ernie is a good person to me. I have never gave him a dime. Well, that's good. He's, we're just all busting his gonads. That's all. He's good at what he does. And that's what he does. Whatever it is, he does it pretty good. Trump said that's not true. He never. Oh, I had no idea. I don't want to be a part of that. We try and stay out of the lightning tiger's way when it comes to women. He gets kind of rabid. But little lady, don't let him suck you into anything. There's nothing wrong with what you did. God bless your little heart. You're a great looking woman. And go on with your life. Get away from all that madness. Get away from all that madness. One day at a time with whatever. May I ask what your addiction is, Miss Haley? He said some of the most awful things about Little Summer. Andrew Hiltz is evil. Well, you might have seen that with the tattoos and stuff, the stuff he does. Some say late at night. It gets crazy around there. I don't know. I've never seen it. I don't want to. I've only heard rumors, but I don't. Rumors are good enough for me. I don't want to see for myself. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't really know these people too much, other than YouTube watching them and the madness. But here's the question that I really want to know: is did they get upset once you did start asking questions about Summer? That's what I want to know. Because I think the whole thing is a circus. I'm going to be honest. Well, I don't have no grudge against these people because you got to know someone to have a grudge. I don't know these people. I just been watching from afar. But did this start mainly because you kind of broke it off with Munch or whatever his name is? And he used this whole thing to, and then you ask questions about Summer, and and then they pulled this. I'm not sure. I'm kind of lost when it comes to all this drama stuff. Munch got mad because I asked Andrew if he knew Munch when they took the trip to Tennessee and turned on me. Oh, dang. They turned. Oh, that old Tennessee trip where they, loaded up a truck. They headed on down to Beverly. And a boiling oil came up bubbling sea. Wait, that's the hillbillies. Oh, wait, I'm right. So, yeah, that big Tennessee run. And everything. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, drug deals. Yeah, we We've been listening for many years. Some of us YouTube couch potato investigators. Listening for many years. We know the whole saga, the whole thing. Some of it true and some of it fake. You know, we don't know. But I think it's a disgrace to little Summer Wells's case, because it's totally turned away from Summer Wells to relationships, the family, the parents, the cornbread mafia or whatever. It's gone crazy, and it's almost like a diversion to take away of what really happened to little Summer Wells. Well, that's pretty crazy. Who knows? Who knows? You know, I don't have all the answers or evidence. You know, it's all hearsay, really. Like I said, I got no beef with these people because I don't know them. You know, and I notice they get mad at people that are viewers, and viewers make videos about, this is crazy, right? This can't be true. There's no way these people are doing all these drugs around kids and sex houses and all. It can't be true, right? It's a nightmare. It's a movie, right? That someone's trying to get going. You know, yeah, that's what we think, right? In the back of our heads, this can't be true. We don't live amongst monsters like that, but I'm here to tell you we do, all around us. Yeah, whenever someone gets close, whenever somebody wants to know something, whenever the police are looking for somebody, the whole thing goes crazy. The whole thing goes crazy again. New rumors, new lies. You know, he showed me a photo of his Winky, and you know, it just goes crazy. Or one of these guys or something trying to blackmail these women with their nudes and everything. That, and then the idiots. All I can say is I've seen the people on their channels. They should have been lucky they got to look at a lady that good looking as Miss Sinister. Justice. I can't believe them idiots. And that goes back to my experiment that I've been doing, my experiment on this channel, that the more crazy you are and bad boy, tough guy, the women go crazy and they just send all the photos. How do these dudes get all these photos sent to them? I have no idea. It's effing crazy. I ain't never seen how these dudes get so many women to send nudes of them. And they always screw up by showing them to somebody or trying to make money off of them or something. They should be thanking their God that they got to see these women. Oh, here comes Trump. Here comes Trump. Oh my God, I'm under attack. I should keep my mouth shut. I knew Trump was going to come in once I was talking about photos and women. There he is. Now, Johnny, you can't put on this YouTube channel beauty contest without me being the judge. All right, Mr. Judge. I plead the fifth. Now, little lady, you can plead the fifth if you want. I don't blame you, these idiots. You know, they give the adult business a bad name. They give dating sites a bad name, these dudes. They see a little bit of boob and they go crazy. They go up and nuts. Let me see what's Trump saying. Let me show what Trump's saying. Trump said women send him pictures all day long. Well, that's probably because you own all the beauty pageants, Mr. Trump. Look at Munch. Old lady just saying, oh, don't worry, little lady. Don't worry. Everybody knows probably what's going on. It's just crazy. All right, hold on a minute. I had to answer a message. All right, let me take this off of here. All right, so yeah, but I was more interested in is why did they act the way they did once you started asking questions about Munch? Excuse me for burping and coughing. She's a beauty, very classy. Oh, little lady, don't you worry about it. I know, you know, the whole world knows pretty much what. You can't believe anything these people say. If it is true, it's only true because they want to make money off of it. I don't blame them. You know, they got to make a living, but I draw the line when it comes to monkeying with people's heads, when it comes to emotions, love, and photos and stuff like that. Right? That's supposed to be something private. Private mess. I can't stand that when these people get on there and say, well, she did this, so look at this. And then they show all your messages on live. And it's like, you know, look, and this was a photo that they said, and this was, I'm like, what children? Just cut your losses and walk away. And whoever is showing these private conversations are probably guilty of crimes. And showing photos when a lady says don't show her photos and she's letting you see her photos. Don't show her effing photos, you idiots. What a bunch of idiots. They give dating sites a bad name and stuff. I don't know. What a bunch of idiots. Oh, you ain't got nothing to be embarrassed about. Believe me, my portfolio's been hacked many a times. My penis has been all over this world. Excuse me, Lord. Forgive me, Lord. But you don't have to be embarrassed, Blue Lady. It happens to the best of us. Most of these guys you're seeing are probably showing all these women. That's why they're getting all these women. They've been showing my penis. It's huge. But it's not huge. It's small. But it's probably all of us dudes' photos that they had these ladies act like they liked us and showed us a little bit of boob or something. And then scammed people or something. It could be. Trump's already asking Sinister for photos. Trump, will you behave yourself? Idiot. You're already getting all kinds of publicity with this stuff. Good God. Can't you just, for once, you got enough women, Trump? My God, look at him using her. Sinister, can you send me some photos? Idiot. You've already been exposed, Trump. Miss Sinister, don't send him any photos. Don't send him none. Although I am single, you can send them to me. But Trump, ixnay. You're always trying to get publicity. Because I know how Trump is. No bad publicity is good publicity. Yeah, Stormy will send you some, Trump. Stormy Daniels. Well, you know what gets me, though, is these idiots wrap themselves up into the Summer Wells case. They injected themselves, like the drugs that they do, into the Delphi or Summer Wells case. Not the Delphi case. That was a whole nother ball of goo. But they got themselves wrapped up into it. You know, and they blame everybody else for questioning or having an opinion that these people might have had something to do with it, or they made themselves look guilty in the Summer Wells case. It's just crazy. Oh, yeah, I heard. I think you're from down there in Louisiana. You're probably out there with the guy from, what's his name, man? From Pantera. They've all, I forget his name, the guy from Pantera, the singer. I think he's out there in Louisiana. I don't know. Do you think any of these people are in the dark arts, Mrs. Sinister? Like worship the devil or anything? Or into magic or curses or spells? Oh my. All right, where were we? Yes. Johnny, whatever happens to that Kingpin guy, I know voodoo enough to leave it alone. Well, all glory goes to God for that. Leave that stuff alone. Believe me, they had me on my knees. There was a week I was walking around here choking like chicken. Pure demonic. And there ain't nothing wrong with that, but over once a day is too much. But well, I don't know. I don't know if I can believe all the stuff that they've said. I have an old pray. Everything I have, Andrew speak. I hear Andrew speak. Oh, well, then he might be Ante Volante Levine's or Levine, whatever that dude's name was. Anti-Levine. That devil worshiper, he does look kind of like him. He's kind of, yeah. And then I seen him shave his head the other day, and then he got on there with his sorcerer wand or ball or whatever it was on. It's crazy. It's crazy. He's become Anton Levine. My dang headphone jacks keep going out, and I can't hear myself talking, and that bothers me. Dude, Squirgy, King Master. Sinister says he looks like a dude from Laverne and Shirley Squiggy. Hey, I'm no GQ anymore. Back in my day, I looked pretty good. But I've been rode too crazy in this world, so hung up dry like leather. Well, I feel bad for all of them. Well, the kids too, but it's a grab for money. Andrew's moved, I don't know, 50 times since I've been watching him. Right, since the whole Summer Wells case broke on YouTube, and some of us YouTube creators, couch potatoes, were covering it. But he's moved 50 times. But I think he means by he's moving is he's going to relocate his computer to his bedroom or the basement or something, some other room that he hasn't been in with the computers. I moved. Yeah, but we also have seen him try to make a grab for the money. Right? I need money. I got to move. They're kicking me out. We've seen it all. Many years we've been watching. Many years we've been watching this Summer Wells thing. I have argued a lot. He lives with Munch now. Man, he's probably sick. He's little lady. Don't believe a dang thing them people say. He's probably set up in his closet in his bedroom. I moved. I'm in a closet in Munch's bedroom when he hasn't moved his apartment. He hasn't moved out of the house. We've watched him so many years. All these dudes. It's just hilarious. It's gotten so stupid that it's funny. I don't believe a dang thing any of them say. Trump's Trump's back in. I'm still going strong, Johnny. Trump, you got enough women. You got enough women, Trump. I probably should get StreamYard. I used StreamYard a couple times, but so people can talk. Trump, you got enough women. Do you need every single woman in the chat? You stole Debbie. You stole everyone from me. I never have enough. You always have enough. My God, dude. Is what they say. The whole family is staying at Munch's. I don't know. It was pretty creepy. Well, here's the thing. He claims that his kid, Andrew claims his kid, excuse me, was innocent, right? But he refuses to let anyone interview him or Chris Harbaugh, whatever his name is, McEwen or whatever, to interview him. No police. He said he's not talking to nobody. He's hiding him out. And to me, it just seems suspicious or guilty, because if he's totally 100% innocent and they want to talk to him, if it's true and not all made up for YouTube views and money, if the police want to talk to him and he don't want to talk to them, to the police and to the public, that's saying, well, something fishy's going on if he don't want to clear his name. That's all I'm saying. These people get all mad. I'm going to kill you. Wait till tonight, Mr. Kramer. I'm going to steal your man root with a bunch of magic and witchery. I've been dealing with this crap for so long. Someone's running around there with a giant penis. Stole from me. I know it ain't you, Trump. Get out of here, you gerbil. You're hung like a gerbil. But, I'm kind of shocked that don't let these people get you wound up into it. Miss Sinister. And just be safe who you're intimate with. And there ain't nothing wrong with you being a woman and doing whatever, to enjoy yourself. It's no one else's business. It's no one else's dang business. They always make these women and people and men feel bad. Oh my God, you showed your body to a woman. Well, yeah, because like we were kind of getting freaky and stuff. We're naughty and stuff, adults. And they want to make you feel bad for it. Well, screw that. God created me with a penis. I'm a man. I like the opposite sex. That's it. They're mad because they can't change us to being gay. They're pissed. They're upset. They can't turn us gay. We still like looking at naked women. I don't know. I just think it's all a bunch of crap. Just be safe there, little lady. That's all you got to do. Just be safe. If you want to get your freak on with someone you trust and you get freaky, then get freaky. No. Of course, afterwards, ask the good Lord for forgiveness, and that's what I love about the Lord. You can always return back to the Lord and ask for forgiveness. But Are we really mentally driving ourselves crazy? Because everything we do, the Lord created us as man and women. And as a man, we're attracted to the opposite sex. The Lord created us to be that way. And I think sometimes we're guilty on ourselves for thinking we're sinning, but good Lord, the God made us. God made us for that. Right? I'm just saying, these people are children. Oh, well, we're trying to be adult about it. Well, for one, you created the havoc. You created the drama. And then you turn around with that sidestepping and blame other people for it. Like you're innocent. After we watch these people for 5 years, do the total opposite. One day they wake up and it's not them, it's you. Well, it was you. What do you mean, idiot? You've been screaming your head off about this whole dang thing for 5 years. Now all of a sudden you wake up one day and it's, you know what? It's not me. It's you people. No, it's you, idiot. There goes Trump. Maybe get Johnny's email. For what? There ain't no women gonna send me a photo of their booty or coochie or anything. They're all fake photos anyways. Taken from some nude photo site or something. That's you. My God, you look 18. Right? You're supposed to be 57. Got a body of an 18-year-old. Well, I'm Trump. I'm used to it. I'm hip to it. I'm hip to it. I'm smarter than the average idiot because look at all the bad publicity Trump's getting. I don't know, boy. Well, it was nice of Miss Sinister to stop in and tell us her side of the story, right? And we really don't care about Munch's side of the story. Or Andrew's, do we? Probably. We'll hear it. Andrew and then we'll do a video. We'll hear all about it. And then, as viewers, we get to pick and choose who we want to believe and what side we want to be on. Yeah, so like I said, I think it's just all childish what these people do, And here's the thing, maybe Miss Sinister liked Munch. Maybe Munch, or whatever his name is, liked Miss Sinister, and somewhere it went bad. And the love went bad, and now Munch is threatening to show her photos or whatever, or they're threatening to show both, each show their photos or whatever. I don't. That's not. You know what? I hate to say it, but our courts are so backed up with stuff like this, the judge might just throw it out and say, you two are children. I'm just saying. If it went, it might. You don't know. The judge might. I mean, we are so booked up in our court systems with just childish stuff I do agree. If they show each other's photos to other people, it's wrong. They're breaking the law. When especially someone says, "Don't show my photo to anybody," but you have to take in consideration most of the people we are watching are hackers. So that could be the catch line. Don't show anyone my photos, as someone is hacking your messenger or email. And they get the photos, put them out, and who gets the blame? You. That's very devious. But that's all part of the racket, the game. Boobware said they never said anything about pictures. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm as blind as you when it comes to this. What photos? I didn't see no photos of no hot looking woman. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see nothing. Well, Munch, look what you did. Boy, didn't you get yourself into a big ball of goo? That's what you get for hanging out with them people over there. It's what you get. Both of them. Next time, trust whoever you're with. And stop sending us that smoke or people smoke or whatever. We're really getting tired of that stuff. They're dying from their smokers. Well, you two go to your rooms and behave. Don't be showing any naked photos until you're adult enough to handle it. That's all I can say to you folks. I got to keep my hands clean. I'm like Pontius Pilate. I got to keep my hands clean of it. We're just viewers and subs to all your channels. And now you want the subs and the viewers to take blame. I can't take the blame for it. I'm government. I can't. There's nothing I can do. My hands are tied. Trump's in chat right now, and I can't break the laws. We got a lot of stuff going on. Nothing I could do. All I can say is if you've seen one penis, you've seen them all if you're a woman. If you've seen one vagina, you've seen them all as a man. They're all the same, maybe just a little different here and there, but they're all the same. You're not going to shock me with anything. What am I munching on? Nothing. I'm not munching on that. I'm sitting here trying to put on a podcast. Trying to figure out what the madness is. Right? You get too close to the Summer Wells case. They're all suspects. They made themselves suspects. You understand? They made themselves suspects. Not me. Not any sub to their channel. Not any viewer. Not any. They made themselves suspicious in the Summer Wells case. No one else. And they want to get mad at the subs and the viewers. How dare you? Well, we've just been watching you say all kinds of stupid stuff. All he is, pretty much. Confessing to this, confessing to that. Now, whether it's all lies, probably. All for views themselves, a lot of people say. Probably. Well, we don't know. We're behind the scenes. These people communicate with each other behind the scenes, So we have no idea what's going on. It could all be a show. And they're all buddies. And they're all friends. and they're just looking for another victim, another vagina photo sent to me so they can say, aha, you're running for presidency in 2028. That's true. Trying to get stuff on me so when I do run, they can say, aha, look at this photo of this 12-inch penis Mr. Kramer has. Well, that's how they get me all the time out of the White House. Man, that's a whole nother video for another day. Trump, you got enough women. You got a wife and 7 girlfriends on the side. You got enough women. Do you need any more? Come on, really? Trump's running again in 2028. I know I was going to run. So Munch, if you're still in chat, what's your whole thing on this? You know, really, it's none of my business, but we've been watching this madness, this soap opera for so long. What's your side on it? What's your scoop? Let me guess. You're a victim of love, ain't we all? Ain't we all, brother? I heard. But we don't know. No, I don't know what his side is. He never said anything about photos. They made it all up for what? Views, subs. Probably a mastermind genius of Ernie Shell and one Benny Keys Benjamin. Better known on the streets as butt money, bend over backwards and give me my butthole money. I'm not sure, but it's gone crazy. And we've been watching it for so long. I don't know. We don't know what's true, what's real, what ain't. I wish somebody would let us know. But hopefully here, Munch lets us know his side, but I think we've heard enough really to find out that they both threatened each other to show each other's photos. And you have to remember, Mrs. Haley, Mr. or Mrs. Sinister probably was scared. You know, this might be the only time it's gone bad. You know, then again, you know, we don't know. Might be Munch. That didn't do anything, and these people made it all up for views and subs. I don't know. Maybe Ernie and the rest of these guys seen an opportunity of a young lady or Miss Sinister that knew she had recovering addict or whatever it may be, and they took advantage of her. Maybe she had a relationship. Maybe she did feel some kind of relationship between them, and she felt secure, safe, and really she was running in the arms of the monster. I don't know. Maybe we don't know. Maybe Munch got taken advantage of. Us men get used all the time. Abused, thrown to the side after these women are done with us. I've been there. I know what you're talking about. I feel that. I feel it between both of them. But you both should go to your bedrooms and without dessert. And I call mistrial. Start over. Or separate ways is what Journey's saying about. The great Journey is going back on tour. And I talked to Neil Sean on his chat on Facebook a couple months ago. And well, I got a lot of catching up to do. He's got a lot of guitars, and I'm way behind on guitars. Scared, but yet had the strength to mention Tammy threatening her messages on her phone. Well, you're dealing with a woman from the South. She said she's from Louisiana. That's like the Mississippi Queen, if you know what I mean. And it's very scary, very scary. She did teach me everything. That's a whole nother song for another day. Well, Munch, we didn't know. You know, we don't know these things. We're just subs, viewers. That's all. We're just idiots. We have no idea. You know, it's sad because you can't trust nobody. You find someone you could trust, marry them. Get out of the dating lane and settle down. If you don't want to get married, find a good dude that you could trust, and settle down. Become a couple, and have a commitment between each other, like you are married. You know, if not, then it's no marriage. You're going to wake up each morning to somebody next to you that's just a screw, or you don't have affections for, or whatever. Very lonely and isolated life. I don't want to be there. Does anyone know the facts? No. No one knows the facts. And why is that? Well, because most of these people have been caught lying. I don't know how many times. So what are the facts? Well, your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. But there's a couple things I can't roll with, because I believe in God and Jesus, forgiveness, but I can't roll with the devil, and I don't pray to the devil, and I've never in my entire life ever practiced any kind of magic, excuse me, or prayed to some devil or anything other than God. So I'm out. If it's true they're using this spell stuff, magic or whatever, dark arts, whatever, I'm out. That's just too crazy for me. That's when I draw the line. Because you might become their next sacrificial lamb. And we all seen Silence of the Lamb, and boy, wasn't that crazy. But this is the sacrificial of the lamb, and that's even more crazy. But to sit here and bash my girlfriend is uncalled for. Munch, who's your girlfriend? I don't even know who Munch is. I don't even know who Munch is. Who's his girlfriend? Tammy's his girlfriend. Oh wait, Tammy. Does she do the Mutt Bangers? Is that the Tammy they're talking about? She's funnier than shit. Is that the Tammy they're talking about? The Mutt Banger Tammy? I like her. She's pretty cool. Who is bashing her? I don't know they're not bashing her. I don't know if they were bashing anything. Don't bash anything, people. I guess somebody was bashing Tammy, who is Munch's girlfriend or wife. I don't know. I can't barely see the chat. But Munch was threatening to show Miss Sinister's photos, promiscuous photos of her, well, naked. And we all know that's a no-no. And I'm upset because I didn't get to see him first. I'm just joking. But anyways. I'm sorry, they're sending that smoke to me again. I'm trying to live through this. No, I'm just saying as a man, I'm just saying, we might not have been in this predicament if she would have sent me the photos first. Probably because I would have kept my mouth shut. You don't go out for milk when you got it at home, idiots. I got to do everything in this country. I even got to show these guys that. Trump, can you? We need to get some classes going. My God. For one, how do you get away with that if you got a girlfriend? Oh my God. I don't know how Munch does it. These women love these dudes. How does your woman, another woman sent him photos, nude, and he's got a girlfriend. Are you kidding me? I would have woke up with a knife in my chest if I was dating this one woman. My chat wife, who is not my real wife, probably would have stuck a knife in my chest as I slept. I'm shocked that you're still alive, Munch. I'm shocked you're still alive and your old lady hasn't killed you. You better sleep with one eye open, dude. Just sleep with one eye open, dude. Are you crazy? I don't know what is wrong. I don't know how these dudes get all these. I have no idea. I don't know. I wouldn't even go to sleep with my girlfriend in the same bed if she caught me looking at another woman. Are you kidding me? Good God, I'm single, but I can tell you this much. If I did have a woman, the women I dated in the past probably would have woke up without a 12-inch penis or 8 or 9-inch, 10-inch, whatever it is. I don't know how these dudes get away with it. I don't know. Players. They're players. They got to play. I don't know how these dudes do it. I don't know. I don't know how these women put up with you kids. Adult, good-looking woman like that, Munch. I don't know why you would even say that. I don't know. I come from a different era. I was raised different or something, a different time, a different dimension, a different world where if a woman showed you her body, you keep that shit quiet. You don't talk about it. You don't show it. You don't talk about it. I'm not from here. I'm from a different planet. I'm not from here. I'm not. Well, I'm going to end this because, Miss Sinister is in chat, and she seems like a lovely little lady that got wrapped up into this mess. And I've said it before. I've made videos before. I feel sorry for these ladies because they get themselves into predicaments. And Mrs. Sinister, don't you feel bad because you got a secure body and you're a woman and you showed your photo. Don't feel bad for it. And don't let these people ever make you feel bad for what you got. And the same thing with you, Munch, but a lot less, dude. He's a grown man. I can't tell him to keep his penis in his pants. It's torture being a man. That's what us men have to put up with. But I could say this much, Miss Sinister. We understand. You're a dirtbag, Munch. How dare you and Andrew? I hope you guys didn't both look at them photos. Let me see. Here comes Trump. Trump says send more pictures to him, ladies. Like he ain't in enough shit. Like he's not in enough shit. And Trump's in there telling the women, please, ladies, this is my email. Send me more. What a complete idiot. He deep in shit. And he still wanted more women. Good God almighty. Well, I'm going to end this video. I want to thank Miss Sinister, Miss Miss Haley for coming into chat and giving her side of the thing. And us men are going to always side with these beautiful women. I'm really sorry, Munch. It was nice knowing you, but you must go now. You know how us dudes are. We always side with the grieving women. I don't know what is wrong with us, Lord. We need help on her. We need help. Now I'm going to end this thing. I'll be back with more of this once we find out more information. And you know what? Miss Sinister Justice, Miss Haley, is telling the truth. Once we get too close to something, this whole case, the whole Summer Wells case, goes crazy, and then it turns into the YouTubers and the parents and things people said. It's crazy. It's like a curse or a spell put on the case for anyone. It's like Delphi case. For anyone that gets too close, the shit goes crazy on them. All right, you folks have a great day. God bless. Trump, chill out. You're in enough crap. Quit asking my chat ladies for photos. Idiot. What an idiot. All right, you folks have a great day. We'll be seeing Munch and Miss Sinister more. Thank you guys for coming in and voicing your opinions. And have a great day. You're all great people. I'm not judging you for anything. I'm just laughing because it's how you dudes get yourself into trouble. I don't know. Have a good night. God bless. All glory goes to God. Amen.